All right, all right, all right. Uh let me let me do a audio video check via the phone. Okay. Sounds like let me do an audio video check via the phone. I think we're good. I think we are good. All right. Do 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 do. Yeah, I've had this hat sitting in the nah, got a little crease. We'll be all right. All right. So here's what's going on. I just went straight YouTube live. I'm not doing StreamYard. I'm not doing OBS. I am going straight YouTube. I don't know why I got this crease in my hat. It'd be all right. My other one's inside. I just am too damn lazy to go get it. All right. So here's the deal. Uh, shoot, I got all kind of stuff everywhere. Anyway, it'd be all right. I mean, this is just a dollar and a quarter tree production situation. Uh okay. So as you can see on the title, this is came with the camera unfiltered. Oh no, I'm not gonna sit here and start ranting and raving and cursing and hollering and calling everybody a sorry son of a bitch or anything like that. No, it ain't gonna be like that. I just wanted to give my unfiltered, unadulterated opinions on some things. Oh, so I guess the first thing we'll start with is the big the big hot topic. I guess you could say it's hot. I don't know, but it seems to be the only thing I see. Of course, I do not do the Facebook or the Twitter, X, whatever. I don't, I usually just stay with Discord and YouTube because I really don't care for the other ones. Anyway, so the big thing I've been seeing is so Miami's playing Louisville. It's a noon Eastern kickoff Saturday. Unfortunately, I have to go back to work Saturday. Been on vacation, gotta go back to work. Got to pay the bills, got to pay the rent, got to pay the electricity, got to pay the cable, or not satellite, internet, etc. Oh, so everybody, in case you didn't know, Tyler Van Dyke will be the starting quarterback for the game Saturday afternoon. Well, Saturday morning my time, but we'll say Saturday afternoon. And I usually partake of a few YouTube shows. Coach Coop, Coach Hayes, Orange Bowl Boys. Uh I have found a couple of new ones. I really like them. I mean, of course, always Shad 1419. That's my man. Shad 1419. Uh, but in the last few weeks, I've found the Canes cast, Nitty G. I love that. Nitty G. I love that name. That is so cool. And this hat just, jeez. It'd be all right. Like a pumpernickel hat almost. Anyway, uh, and of course, I've been watching, oh crap, what's their name? It's on the bottom of the map. I know it's Israel and this other dude. I forget his name. I'm sorry. Oh, been listening to them. I kind of I do listen to Flow a little bit. Not much, but here lately I've been trying to stay away from I don't want to call it corporate content curators, but uh, I usually I usually like to get I like to seek counsel, if you will. I know that sounds crazy, but the Orange Bowl boys with Roman, I do like Roman. Uh, Coach Hayes. I've been listening to Kane's cast. That dude is about as calm and collective as there is Kane's cast, or is it Kane cast? Either way, go check him out. So, and I know you got a lot of cats out there. They're very very enthusiastic, very charismatic about this quarterback situation. Uh Personally, all right, this is a disclaimer. We are getting into the unfiltered section, so if you are easily offended, if uh you are not flexible with your opinion, then you might want to go ahead and just stop right now. And that's cool. Uh so yeah, just like I talked about the other day, actually I think it was in that good discussion we had in the Florida State Miami post game show. Crip. Hey Crip, look, dude. Uh Please don't think that I was giving you the cold shoulder or the solid treatment, but when you said that you had just got out the hospital, dude, I was just kind of like giving you some letting you have your space and your time to feel better. Uh, I didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to let you lay. You know what I mean? It's I'm not upset, not mad. Just kind of wanted to give you your space because I know that dehydration is a son of a bitch, dude. But I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Cool, cool, cool. Glad to hear that. But here's my thing. We discussed it last Saturday night, and I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be honest with you. Be honest with you. TVD has gotten soft since he got the NIL money. He's not the same quarterback. Now, granted, he has had injuries, but I don't mean any disrespect to the young man because that's one thing I don't do. I don't come on here and ridicule and talk bad about the players. They try the best, but sometimes it is what it is. And the big thing that we were talking about is everybody's either Jakari or Tyler Van Dyke. Personally, at this point in the season, why not throw Jakari out there? See what he's got. Let him get some time. At least he can run. He can move. You know. Um, but then again, he hasn't played all year. You thrown him up against Louisville. It's a screwed up situation. I mean, this this whole situation with Tyler Van Dyke, it kind of reminds me of back in the day. Back in the day with Clement and Covington, you know. Uh I just as much as I don't really want Tyler, just me. It's just me. I'm 1,000 miles away from South Beach. I'm just on YouTube. I'm not I'm not getting paid to make these calls, but with the way Tyler's been playing, in my opinion, it's a sad day. It's really bad that he's our best option against Louisville, you know? And then I see that the point spread has shifted from Louisville being a 1, 2 point favorite to now Miami's a whole point favorite. Did I miss something? Is Vegas looking for sucker bets? You know, uh, maybe Tyler comes out there and doesn't throw an interception, but I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. You know, Uh, I, I doubt it. And a lot of people getting on Mario, a lot of people getting on Dawson, uh, and probably rightfully so. I'm not here to judge or ridicule that, but I have to ask the question: what the hell happened during the bye week? I mean, I hate to keep harping on it, but pull my schedule out here because I'm not a real fan. I don't have the schedule memorized. But that last weekend in September, what the frack happened? I mean, what could have happened in 2 weeks? You know, and I don't know. I really don't know. But I guess the point of this is all these. A lot of people are disgruntled, dismayed, disapproving of Dawson and of course Mario and all this and that. But the sad thing is we can sit here, rant, rave, holler, curse, you know, whatever, but when it's all said and done, what control do we have over it? You know, I really would have liked to have seen Jakari get some playing time in the Virginia and or North Carolina State game just to see just to see what happens. I mean, we couldn't have done any worse than we did at North Carolina State. And, Virginia was a double overtime game. So, and that's with Tyler Van Dyke. Now, again, you know, if Tyler's hurt, he don't need to be out there. We take our lumps with Jakari. Now, again, I don't know what's going on with Jakari. I don't know if there's this unspoken animosity between the coaching staff and Jakari because he's one of Manny's the previous administration's people, Manny's guys. I don't know. But at least he can run, he can move, he can add an extra dimension to the defense or to the offense, excuse me. But I don't know. I guess personally I just get tired of hearing it. You keep hearing the same thing, you know. And yeah, I say the same thing. I basically echo everything that's been said. But what do you do? I probably done pissed everybody off on Coop's channel, but that's just like the call-in shows. I'm sorry, I don't. J.S. Martin, man, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How you been, man? Welcome. Uh, you know, yeah, I think Dorsey is I think Dorsey is good. That's my opinion. He's good. But on the flip side, we keep bringing all these old players, old coaches, old stuff back. And it's like, come on, man. But, Here's the double-edged sword on Ken Dorsey. I mean, I guess it depends on what the powers that be feel about that because, we've already been through, this is with Dawson, that's our third offensive coordinator in the last 3 years. Lashley, Gaddis, and now Dawson. You know, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, do you you know do you roll the dice, get rid of Dawson, or let him move on and try to bring Dorsey in? But then again, Dorsey has been an NFL offensive coordinator, which I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Buffalo did that dude wrong. Not that I care about Buffalo being a Dolphins fan. They can fall off into the lake or ocean. I don't care. But they did him wrong. Let's be fair. Let's I can only call it like I see it. I think I think Dorsey will probably get picked up by somebody in the NFL. I really don't foresee him coming back. I don't see him coming back to the college game. Uh so with that being said, I really feel that Mario is here for the duration. Dawson is here for the duration. Um, I just and I don't want to sound like I'm a Mario guy or a Dawson guy or whatever. Not that I really care, but I mean, as a program, we have to establish some type of consistency, and you can't you can't develop consistency if you keep getting rid of OC offensive coordinators every year, you know? Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Tell you what's gonna happen. Let's go into the land of what ifs. Little cheap ass sound effects there. All right, so we are in the land of what if. And let's say it's 20, it's the end of the season, you know. And let's say Miami fires Dawson, and lo and behold, Ken Dorsey gets hired as the offensive coordinator at Miami. And then what happens as soon as things do not go as planned according to the fan base? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these Miami fans, oh my gosh, they're delusional. But let's just say things don't add up to par for most of the Miami fans. We find ourselves in the same boat. Fire Dorsey, fire Dorsey. Why'd you fire him? It's crazy. It's so crazy, you know, that there's this what I've dubbed the knucklehead nucleus that no matter what, they're gonna be unhappy. You know, personally, we're Miami being 6-4. I'm actually I feel pretty good about it. I saw some things in the Florida State game. I saw some I liked. I saw some things I didn't like. But, I really feel that things are on the up and up. The trajectory is going up. I really do. Uh, got a good offensive line, something Miami hasn't really had in a while. Uh, the running game, the defense. Oh my gosh, the defense. Man, it's a good defense. Mr. Martin says the only reason we lost the FSU game because Emory got hurt. Probably. Probably. But then again, here's the thing. I don't know what Mario's season goals were for this team and this coaching staff. I don't know what their goals were. In other words, were their goals to just have a better season? Was their goals to have, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, man, the play calling. I mean, I try to give Coach Dawson the benefit of the doubt because he's Louisiana boy just like me. His family is just from right up the road, like 30 minutes up the road, and I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know. And the first 4 games, the pre-bye week, I'm like, man, we got us something going on. But again, I don't know. I don't know what happened after the bye during the bye week. That's what's bamboozling me. Something has happened, you know? I don't get it. Granted, Miami, the first 4 games, Miami was playing lesser opponents, but well, except for Texas A&M. At the time, A&M was a good game, was a good team. At the time, A&M was a good win at the time. But something happened. I don't know what happened, you know. And and I know Dawson, Coach Dawson, he's not a dumbass, you know. And if okay, so let's a lot of the theories out there is Georgia Tech figured out how to play TVD. A lot of people say that Georgia Tech created the blueprint on how to stifle or stymie the Shannon Dawson offense. But the only thing is there has not been any adjustments made, you know? And I understand you got Emory in there. I understand he probably doesn't know but I mean, come on, dude. We're in November, bruh. You've had what, 3, 4 months, 5 months, however long. I believe Coach Dawson got here in what, January, February? You had since the lovers' holiday of February. Let's say Valentine's Day, February, for the sake of argument. I mean, dude, that's 9 months ago. And it's not like Emory just walked on. Well, hang on, hold up. Okay, so say Emory walked on campus in the summertime. Okay, he got out of high school, graduated, come to Miami, say June, July. We'll go July. You've had months. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just say worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, as the cool kids say, scenario. Let's say Emory didn't get here until, let's say, Independence Day. Dude, that's 4 months. He's been through the same practices. He's been in the same room, the same film room, the same quarterback room, the same offense. He's been there. So why are you on as a offensive coordinator? Why are you not adapting, evolving, and succeeding? If honestly, you're doing a disservice to Emory by watering down the playbook. I mean, Emery's probably been playing football since he was like 7 or 8 years old in the Pee Wee league or whatever, the Pop Warner, whatever you have in your part of this fine country. But I mean, it's either going to be pass or run, and you have variations and derivatives of each. You say tomato, I say tomato. It's still going to be a pass play. You know, we got we got four receivers on this play. One of them's doing this. One of them's doing that. The other one's this is the routes. This is what we're calling it. We're going to give it like a 5-minute title, but this is what's happening. I don't. I still, I don't understand the tight end group. These young men, well, except for I think McCormick's like 30 something, but these young men are getting a free ride, a free education to one of the most prominent private universities in this country. And they can't catch a ball. They can't block. I mean, hell, my old decrepit ass could get out there and do just as good. Shit, I'll do the same thing for that free education. You know? Oh, but this is, and I don't know, we got that one young freshman. What's his name? See, I'm not a true Canes fan. I don't have the roster memorized. Hell, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. How am I going to remember the roster? But we got that one little young one. That dude that came from shit. This is when I need Phil here. Phil's on top of my recruiting and roster. Him and B Rice. Uh the little young light skinned dude. He had that one touchdown against, I want to say he had it against Georgia Tech. But it don't matter what his name is. I don't understand why we're not trying to utilize the tight ends, little underneath routes. Why are we not utilizing the running back? You know, Burrows. That sounds about right. That sounds right. I'll take your word for it, Mr. Mark. And I mean, I don't. Again, I've never coached a game of football in my life. The only football game I've coached is the Madden or the NCAA. I think I got the 2013. But still, that's my extent. I'm not trying to say I'm some type of intelligent football coach, but I'm just saying, where's the tight ends been? What's going on? Is it that bad? You know? Um, so what the hell am I talking about? If maybe we just have to, as a fan base, we just have to take our lumps right now. Let's be realistic. Let's be honest with ourselves. Back in August, 3 months ago, the majority of everybody on this little thing here, YouTube. I mean, I don't do Facebook. I don't do Twitter X. I do Discord, but everybody was saying 6-6, 7-5, 8-4. That was the three main season predictions. And here we are. Here Miami is at 6-4. Hey, 6-4 in November. I'll take it. And the worst that Miami can do in the regular season is go 6-6. Worst case. Best case, best case scenario, they can go 8-4. Because this time last year, what we were like, what, 3-7 or some shit like that. I mean, we were like, we were all chicken little. Everybody was burning their hurricane shit. People were in line to turn in their Canes card. But the thing that's so frustrating is the Georgia Tech game, North Carolina game, and the NC State game. Okay. Those three games to me personally were so damn frustrating because they should have won that game. Stupid mistakes, mental mistakes, lost those games. You know, I don't get it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm always gonna pick Miami to win. Um, I can never. I don't care how much money's on the line. I can't pick against Miami. I just can't do it. Can't do it. But I don't understand what's the deal with Louisville. I mean, it's like, yeah, I know they're like in this all-time series. Miami's like, shoot, like 11-2 against Louisville. Miami's won the last 3 or 4. Hell, I still remember that game back in 2004 where Hester ran that kickoff back. Was it a kickoff or a punt? I think it was a kickoff. No, it might have been I don't know. Hester ran the ball back on a punt or a kickoff back in 2004. Kickoff, yeah. Yeah, because that's when it was a Thursday night game, and that's when they had Mike Tirico. I think that was his name. And that dude would get so friggin' loud and crazy and stupid during that stuff. I'm like, man, calm down, bro. It's okay. But regardless of the fact, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of forces for and against Miami. Yeah, Miami has the winning streak against Louisville, but it's a noon game. I just don't know. I don't know. Oh, but yeah, I don't understand some of these. I mean, it's just my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and ridicule anybody, but it's just my opinion. I mean, a lot of people just need to relax. Need to calm down, relax. I want Miami to win, but you know what? Even if they lose, the sun's still going to come up. Maybe my problem is I'm not so that my life, that the quality of my life is not based on how well Miami does. That's just me. There was a time when, my quality of life was dictated by how Miami performed athletically. And I learned. It was a hard lesson to learn, but I learned there's a lot more important things in life than Miami athletics. But hey, if that's your thing, bro, you do it. You ride that horse, dude. You know. Yeah, I want Miami to win. I want Miami to throw all this stuff up into people's faces. Yeah, I'm not, but it is what it is. Oh, but yeah, I get this feeling that I'm just all over the shop tonight because I just man, it's crazy. Oh, so yeah, like with Coop's channel. All right, here's my thing. The last call-in show, I was basically a little excited because it's Florida State, but that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. Oh, I can't stand Florida State. I'm not. I don't like them, and maybe I got a little excited. Maybe I shouldn't have got so excited, but I did, and I think a lot of people don't like that. Oh, I guess I'm just not one of the. Ooh, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I'm just not one of the sheep on Coach Coop's channel. I mean, look, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoy the fellowship. You know, I love hearing what Melissa has to say. Oh my gosh, the Chris Gaffney. Oh my gosh, dude, that dude, Chris Gaffney is hilarious. Love that dude. You know, I think he has some of the greatest questions. You know, and of course, all the other regulars. I don't use their name to pick on them, but one thing I've noticed on Coop's channel is there seems to be a. Ooh, be careful how I tread. It's different. No, this is not a knock on Coop. I am not I am not saying Coop is wrong. I'm not saying Chris is wrong, Melissa's wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try to name some names. I'm gonna miss somebody, but you know, uh Phil. No, I'm not gonna mention anybody's name because if I do, I'm gonna leave them out. But y'all know what I'm saying. Oh, but things are different. It's just different. It's a different attitude. It's like it's crazy. It's like everybody wants to have their own show within a show. And again, this is not I am not mad with Coop. This is not me talking bad about Coop. No, 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 no. I'm just telling you what I see. If you don't follow the fold in the chat, and I really don't give a rat's ass what they think about me in the chat. But oh, Phil, we all over the shop, dude. We all over the shop. Hey, Phil, since you're one of the stat guys, Miami versus Louisville, all-time series. I think Miami's like 11-5, I believe. I think the last time Miami lost was like in the 80s or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put you on it. Uh but it just seems like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it just seems like a lot of the cats in the chat. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think that they got some friggin' morons in Coop's chat. I ain't gonna lie, they just morons. I hate to tell you, they are flavor of the day. They are whatever toy. They're Happy Meal toy of the month fans. I hate to say it. And poor Coop. He tries. I think he's trying too hard with his videos. I really think he is. But Coop, God bless him. He's just trying to pay the light bill with this YouTube stuff, and he has to be indifferent and this and that. But it's like, man, what has happened? Oh yeah, I love Coop to death. I'll stay subscribed and support and watch. No. I'm not. This is not a knock on Coop. I am not. No, I'm not doing that. But it's just, it just seems like the tide has turned. You know what I mean? Uh, and I believe this is just my opinion, just some crazy old man's opinion, but I believe the tide started turning when he had his late nights earlier this year, the late night with Coop or whatever. Was it last year? Anyway, who cares? When he had his late night, that's when things started to change. It's like, again, people were having it's almost like they were having a show within a show. Oh no, I liked the late night. I did. But see, here's the problem. I kind of kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to upset anybody. You know what I mean? I'm here, dude. I'm with Coop. Melissa's there. Love Melissa. She does a great job. Chris is there. Love Chris. All the other. I'm seeing all these faces to the names and stuff, and I'm like, this is so cool. I was just enamored by the coolness of it. But there was a lot of times I should have told some of those cats. I'm not going to say who, but I wanted just to say, are you friggin' stupid? What the hell are you talking about? Are you a moron? Please, how dumb can you be? But I did, you know? And I guess, I guess I just look at it from a different perspective, you know? And that is, like I said earlier, you know, I want Miami to win. I'm going to cheer Miami to win. I'm not one of these come lately fans. I got Miami stuff all over the place. I've been trying to follow this team since '79, dude. Doing my best, throwing my support, even back when things weren't that good, you know? And one thing again I've learned is Miami is a part of my life. My life is not a part of Miami, you know? And I will root for the orange and green. I will root for the orange and green. I'll root for this U until the day I die. You know, I was there. I was there for Miami. I'm up here in South Louisiana, and I was support Miami, wearing my orange and green when people laughed at me, scoffed at me. The LSU games. I was there. I got ridiculed, but I still didn't waver. You know, No, I don't give thousands of dollars to the university. No, I'm not a season ticket holder for the last umpteen decades. No, I don't go to every game. I don't watch every YouTube show. I don't have every shirt. But my thing is, even though I don't do that, I still am loyal. Miami is my team. And again, I don't you know what? I don't have to prove my loyalty or my fandom to anybody. If you question my fandom, my level of Canes fanness, I really don't care. That's your problem, ain't my problem, you know? And, to go back to what I started with, yeah, you know, the Coop show last Friday night, the call-in show last Friday night with Florida State. Man, it's Florida State, dude. Let's talk. Let's get into it. Let's have some excitement. Let's pump it up. Pump it up, homeboy. Pump it up. I mean, dude, it's Miami, Florida State, bruh. And it's like I don't know how I got to be the first caller, but I did. You know, I guess Coop wanted to start the show with the bang, and I mean, I let it loose, dude. I was hyped. I was hyped, man. It's Miami, Florida State. Fuck Florida State, bruh. Shoot, I don't care what the records are. But then it's like I got off the phone and honestly, dude, it's like the mood just went you know? I don't get it, you know? Stop trying to you know, call me a homer, call me what you want. I don't care. I've been called it all. But even if Miami, like I said, if Miami was 0 and friggin' 9, I'd still say they're gonna beat Florida State. I had a video. I'm tired of these Eeyores. Oh bother. Why should we play? We're no good. My quarterback isn't playing. I don't like this coach because he don't win. I want to be able to do. Come on, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, talking about these Eeyores, a lot of these cats want Miami to be successful for their own personal benefit. You know, they want Miami to succeed so they can walk around and be proud and be whatever. Like JFK said, why does Rice play Texas every year? Oh my gosh. But the crazy thing is, and God bless these 21st century Miami fans. God bless the new millennial Canes fans. These poor bastards, dude. You know, they've been a Canes fan for like 10 years. That means you've been with Miami since 2013. Oh man, really? Even like Coach Coop. Hate to I'm not picking on Coach Coop, but I'm just using him as a reference point. He started liking Miami after 2001. you know, and I get it. I get it. I get it. It's for most people, it's the flavor of the month. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You got to give Coop credit. You got to give Coop credit, and anybody else who's been following this Miami team since 2001. If you've hung in here for 22 years, you all right. You know, me, like I said, I started my first Miami game I saw was they accidentally showed the Miami Penn State game. Roger Berry, welcome. They accidentally, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, the Miami Penn State back in October of 79 was on the ABC. I think it was on the ABC here in the Baton Rouge area. And I was watching, and me, back then I couldn't stand the Penn States, Nebraskas, Oklahomas, the establishment. I was like 10 years old, preteen. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, I made it through the early 80s, made it through the 80s. made it through the 90s. And those who know, you know, the 90s. Man, oh my God. Actually, truth be told, the 90s is what kind of taught me that life doesn't evolve around Miami, you know. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I made it through the 80s through high school, and then, I was like, yeah, this steamroller's going, boy. Then we hit the 90s. And I was cocky. I was cocky. I was a cocky little shit, dude. Oh my gosh. And then the 90s humbled me. The 90s humbled me, you know, and I'm just thinking back to the night. Oh my gosh. The parts that I remember, because for some reason, the 90s version of Miami football started to decline, and then my interest in Bacardi 151 went up. But we're not going to go there. And of course, everybody knows the story. I mean, those who weren't alive, you've seen the documentary. Those who were alive, good job. Everything built back up. Got to 2001, and then got complacent. But anyway, uh yeah, I'm all over the shop. Yeah, that 151. I thought, you know, back when I was a younger man, 30 years ago. Yeah, I guess about 30, 35 years ago, you think you're Superman. Oh, I can drink that. I could drink that. I could drink those two 4 packs of Zima and keep on going. You know what I mean? Oh, don't get. Oh, oh, yes. Yeah. Man, look, Jungle Juice, Everclear, and a chili cheese dog from Circle K. Man, that Whoo, leave that alone, boy. Them kids just don't know. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, this what Miami is going through now. I mean, you gotta be able to build it up, you know. Everybody wants this. I say everybody, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They thought Mario was going to come in here, and within a season or two, Miami was going to be in the playoffs. 11-1, 10-2, 12-0. But that's not how it works. But I will say this: again, the trajectory, in my opinion, is going up. Kind of hitting some bumps right now, but Miami is still in that transition between the old regime and the new regime. Now, a lot of people talk about, how Mario is this, Mario is that, Oregon said this, Oregon said that. Okay, that may be, you know, that may be, but it's only the second season for Mario. It's only the first season for Dawson. Now, Gidry, I'm not taking anything away from that dude, but let's face it, the defense, my God, the defense is pretty loaded. The offense is pretty loaded too. It's just the damn quarterback position, you know? But, hopefully Mr. Dawson, Coach Dawson can kind of feel his way out, understand what's going on. Uh oh man, the offensive line. Dude, this offensive line is awesome. And they're young. I mean, Mags will make some mistakes as a freshman, but dude, as a whole, that's like with TVD. He's got when's the last time you seen a Miami quarterback have that much time in the pocket? And then he still throws a friggin' interception. You know. Now, Mr. Barry, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disagree with you. But Mr. Barry says if we don't go 2-1 down the stretch, Dawson got to go. I can understand. I can understand. But again, it's his first. I mean, I don't know. I'm not making excuses, but you know, and that's another one of those $64,000 questions. Is depending on that little bug flying around. I ain't going stupid. Uh, you know, do at the end of the year, end of the season, I'm sure they'll probably have some type of sit around the campfire, uh, evaluation, whatever. You know, eh, it maybe if Dawson stays, he stays. But regardless of who it is, whoever, okay, whoever, it's we got to have some stability. We got to have some consistency. Not consistently bad. I'm not saying that, but this, getting rid of OCs. Man, I really wish Lashley hadn't left. I really wish he hadn't left. But it is what it is. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know. My gut feeling is, do you give Dawson another season? But then again, will Dorsey be available? Or hell, screw it. I tell you what we do. I tell you what they do. Take TVD's NIL money. Take that money from him. He don't need it. He done got soft since he got that NIL money. Just take his NIL money and have co-OCs. You know what I mean? Have two offensive courts. Something. Take the money from TVD because he ain't using it. It ain't making a difference to him. Use that for something. Do something. You know. Now that's a good. That's a very good statement, Mr. Roderick, Mr. Bear, RB. That's a good question. If that's a Cuban Kane question. If Dorsey wants to come to Miami as the offensive coordinator, if Dorsey is wanting to come, if he comes out and says, "Yeah, I want to go to Miami with Cristobal, I want to be the offensive coordinator," and then when Cristobal retires, I want to be the head coach. Hmm. The old Arsenio things that make you go, hmm. That's right. I'm showing my age. Those who know. But that's a good question. That's a good question. You know, if Dorsey wants to come to Miami, do they give Dawson the boot? That could be interesting. Now, honestly, truth be told, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I love to see Dorsey come back. That dude has got some football IQ. But since Dorsey's got a taste of the NFL, does he want to come back to college? I'm just asking. I'm not, this isn't one of those, rhetorical questions, but I mean, things like that, Uh, with Dorsey being out of work, I don't know if there's any offensive coordinator gigs, you know. Uh, come January, or I tell you what, the NFL season ends in what, late December? Come first of the year, if the non-playoff teams, which won't be the Dolphins, the non-playoff teams, if they go and fire their OCs and Dorsey, or let's just say Dorsey is still available come January 1st. Or let me rephrase that. If Dorsey is available after the King's birthday, make for interesting conversation. Interesting conversation. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to insinuate. I'm just throwing it out there. But Roderick, you make a very good point. You know, if because if Dorsey don't get a gig by Valentine's Day, by the lovers' holiday of next year, hmm, what do you do? Or is Mario going to make him beat down the keyboard, the laptop? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I have no idea what Dorsey was making at Buffalo as the OC. I have no idea. I really don't. But again, we don't. It depends on what Dorsey's career path, what he wants to do. We don't know. I know he don't want to work at the Harbor Freight. You know what? Dorsey was only getting $600,500. Oh, dude, this is like finding a come up at the Goodwill, bruh. Dude, I mean, between TVD salary and Dawson's salary, I'm sure we could scrape up some money for Dorsey. I mean, hey, if you're gonna pay, again, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to sit here and say, let's bring Dorsey in, but let's just think. Let's talk about it. Let's think about it. If you can pay, if the university can pay Mario, you know, what are you getting, like 8 million? Let's see, it's Mario's contract is basically what, 8 mil a year? Did I get that right? He got a 10-year. Mario got a 10-year, 80 mil contract. Did I say that right? But regardless of the fact, man, if we could get Dorsey for like 750 and go ahead and give Gidry, go ahead and give Gidry a pay raise at 750. Hmm. But here's the question. Here's the question. Let's say Miami does. Workforce. Good to see you. Dorsey making 1.5. Okay, so see, we're all over the place. I don't understand this, but regardless, let's just throw the money out. Let's not even talk about the money. Let's just look at the situation, or the situation, as I like to say. So I touched on it earlier. So let's say at the end of the year, come January 1st, Miami tells Dawson, hey, look, we appreciate what you did, but we're going in a different direction. Get rid of Dawson, you bring Dorsey in at the first of the year. Now, you talk about the Kool-Aid overflowing. And then let's say this time next year, hypothetical, I'm just hypothetically saying, we're still in the land of what if. Let's say this time next year, Miami is let's say Miami is like 7-5 this time next year, or not 7-5, seven. Let's say Miami's 7-3 this time next year with Dorsey as the OC. Whose name will be top of the list for being fired? Do the pitchforks come out for Dorsey after his not even a full season, which seems to be the trend that happens? Then do they start? I mean, this is if. I'm just saying if. You know, I think Dorsey. Honestly, truth be told, I think Dorsey would be a better OC than Dawson is. But as of right now, is what it is. And plus, Dorsey. Dorsey could teach the quarterback something. I mean, honestly, could you imagine Dorsey having, full reign to teach and instruct not only Emory, okay, but say Jakari sticks around. You got Judd coming in. TVD, you might as well go ahead and kick rocks and go on down the road. But I mean, think about it, because you saw what Ken Dorsey did to help Cam Newton out. You know, just say it. Just say it. I don't. I get. Shoot. I'm kind of living. I'm living a little hard in the land of what if. But the fact of the matter is, regardless of who or whom, when or where, uh yeah, that's a good question, Roger. I don't know why it's so hard to keep a local quarterback. I don't know. I don't know. But with Dawson just again, I don't know if it's Dawson or if it's Mario. I don't know. I don't know. You know. I don't know if I mean maybe y'all got somebody in the locker room. I don't know. But regardless of the fact, the playbook has got to be opened up. You know. Oh, it's just I don't get it. We are inconsistent. But and then see that opens up a whole nother topic. Yeah, the bunch for I don't get that. Spread them out. See, this is one of the reasons why I think Miami needs to get the hell out this joke of a conference called the ACC and go into the SEC. Just for the simple fact, if Miami goes into the SEC, it's going to be there's a little bit tougher competition, yeah, but I think the recruiting talent would keep a lot more people at home. I really do. You know, I still don't see the point in Miami having to fly all the way to California, whether you're in the Big Ten or the ACC. I don't get that. At least in the SEC, you're in the local area. But, you know, let's not get into that conversation. Oh, but yeah, I don't get what's happened to Miami after the bye week. I don't know what's happened since the month of October started. The play calling has gotten very different. TVD has been very off. And granted, I understand like last week against Florida State, I know he came in with like 2 minutes left, but, but again, whether you want to blame TVD or blame Dawson, that's fine. But where's where's these plays that we ran that Miami ran back in the first 4 weeks of the season? How many more times are we going to run up the middle when the defense for the opposing team has 9 people in the box? Why don't we try to run off tackle? Maybe a little misdirection, maybe a counter, but no, why do we keep going up the middle? Why do we go off center or off guard? Exactly. Let's try to hit 25 wide receiver screens while we're at it. Let's run up the middle about 30 times and then throw about 25 wide receiver screens. Yeah, that's going to get us somewhere. You know, again, the only coaching experience I have is on the Xbox. Okay. But it seems to me like your little running back screens. Okay, your little running back screen. That just kind of helps you catch the defense being over aggressive. Hit that little screen pass, pew, go. Same thing with the little wide receiver screen. Kind of catch him being a little aggressive. Okay. But you only do it maybe once, maybe twice, and it's like, and then, yeah, Brashard Smith, you know, fantastic young man, excellent player, but he's not somebody you want to run up the middle. Yeah, you may have that once in 50 to 100 times get that bust up the middle, but now when I say the misdirection, maybe I'm not talking like reverses or something, maybe a counter or just something different than going straight up the middle out the shotgun, you know? Uh maybe a sweep, maybe a toss. Don't do the option. We don't we don't do options at Miami. But I'm what I'm getting at is something other than straight off up the middle between guard and center. You know, how many more times are they going to do it? Now, it's not a knock on the offensive line or the running back, but when you have 8 or 9 defensive players in the box, odds are odds are you're not going to be successful. And when you're on the 2-yard line, you're in the shotgun and you're going to hand off and go up the middle. That's probably not a good time to do that either. Again, get into that little rugby formation that the Eagles get into, where everybody's all up in there and you just go, something, you know, the just something. Now again, I don't know what the thinking is. I don't know what the I don't know. I'm just some crazy old white dude sitting here 1,000 miles away watching it on the TV. But I don't get it. If you're going to run up the middle, at least put the quarterback under center. You know, don't put him in the shotgun. And then by the time the ball is snapped, it's like 5, 6 seconds later. Then you're going to try to go up the middle. I mean, come on, man. Really? Really? But I guess to bring everything back full circle, I I'm having a hard time thinking that TVD is going to be the best option against Louisville. and or Boston College, just from an interception turnover standpoint. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, workforce. I mean, you're right. Our running game is good. But what I'm getting at is something. I don't care what kind of running play it is, but let's go somewhere other than between center and guard. Let's try something else. Let's just try it. See if we like it. You know. I mean, but what I was saying is, oh yeah, yeah. Well, again, it is what it is. Let's all be. Anyway, this is cool. Uh, but you know, TVD has only played four for the last 6 games. He did not play for Clemson. He was hurt. Uh, and of course, Emory started. Emory lost his red shirt against Florida State, but since the bye week, I really haven't seen anything that Tyler has done that really says he's going to be successful. I don't know. Again, we talked about it. Oh shoot, what was it? After the North Carolina game, I think we talked about it, like the post game show. I think. Oh, that, or maybe it was Clemson. I don't know, but they did. You let Emory use his last free game against Clemson. Okay, and then let Jakari start against Virginia and North Carolina State, just to see what's going on, you know. But now Miami is where they are, you know, and and again, hindsight's 2020. Nobody expected Emory to get hurt. That's football. That's sports. It happens. But if Emory didn't get hurt, okay, TVD probably would have never saw the field again. And honestly, I really, I just, I don't know the Jakari situation. I don't know if he doesn't feel confident or comfortable going out there just yet. I don't know. But he went out there last year. But I just like to see what Jakari looks like. That's all. Just see what he looks like. It ain't gonna cost anything. Because I just have a bad feeling that TVD Tyler is going to throw about 2 or 3 picks. I just I hate to say it, but if he comes out and plays a spotless game, hey, I will say I was wrong. TVD is still got it. I don't know, but as of right now, with everything that's going down, I don't know if, well, again, it's a screwed up situation. It really is. Uh I still think TVD jumps ship and goes to SMU with Lashley next year. I really do. But unfortunately, I hate to say it, but right now the logical choice is to have Tyler start against Louisville. You know, Eh, I know it sounds crazy, but you got on one hand you got Jakari who hasn't seen the field since last year versus TVD who stunk up the joint, but at least he's been on the field. Excuse me, you know what I mean? Uh, but got to have some kind of offensive game plan to help TVD out. I don't know. But regardless of the fact, you know, whatever happens, whoever's starting at quarterback or safety or linebacker or running back, it's going to be what it's going to be. All of us can rant and rave and type and video and do all this, but once it's all said and done, there's really nothing we can do about it. You know, I think the last thing is we don't really need to turn on each other. If you prefer to see Jakari or if you prefer to see TVD, fine, great. It is what it is. But, all this nonsense of, you know, people just getting crazy stupid about it, you know. But yeah, I really I agree with you, Mr. Martin. I agree. I think I hate, as they say, I think TVD does shit the bed, honestly, you know. But I don't know. I still I think I still think Miami's going to win Saturday. I think Miami wins out. But that's just me. Of course, TVD Tyler doesn't make it any easier, you know. And Louisville, I'm telling you, Louisville's coming to play, fellas. Louisville is coming to play because if they win, they are in the ACC championship. Plain and simple. That Louisville's coming to play. And if Miami doesn't come out there and give it everything, they're gonna get smacked down, dude. I hate to say it, you know, but you know, we'll see. We'll be happy or we'll be sad. We'll be, excited because they beat Louisville, or we're gonna be pissed off because of whatever, you know. Hey, lastly though, workforce, that's a good statement there. He said the workforce says Louisville looks more beatable than FSU, and I have to agree. You know, I know Louisville beat Notre Dame, but Louisville's not Florida State. I hate to say it. And the defense is going to hold Louisville to 20, 17 points. Well, I don't know. It depends on turnovers. But I think as far as just the straight defense goes, they could hold Louisville to 17 or 20 points. But it all depends on the turnovers from the offense. It's going to depend on apparently the special teams on punt returns, uh, TVD and interceptions and turnovers. You know, I and even if Miami does run the ball up the middle, don't abandon it. Stay with it. Don't stay one dimensional. But that's really all I had to say tonight. I just get tired of hearing everybody. I say everybody, not y'all, but you keep hearing the same rhetoric, the same rhetoric, the same rhetoric, you know, and it's just, we can rant and rave and holler and scream and kick like the little kid who don't get the piece of candy at the checkout. But when it's all said and done, we can't do anything about it. We can just hope for the best. Exactly. Exactly. Let's be positive. Uh of course with TVD it's so hard. I mean, we can hope. I mean, we can hope. I'm not saying TVA will come out there and just crap the bed, but you know, eh, I'm trying to keep hope alive, but man, I we'll see. We'll see. We will see. But oh my gosh, this has been fun. This has been fun. Appreciate Mr. Martin and Barry and Workforce. Phil stopped by. Crip stopped by for a moment. Glad to see you feeling better, Crip. Ah, and if anybody was in the back row, thank you for stopping by. I really enjoyed our time together tonight. Ah, I just wanted to come on and just say I'm just tired of hearing all this BS, man. Let's just I don't know. Let's just get out. Let Miami get out there and play their game. And if they win, they win. They lose, they lose. I'm sure people will still have something to bitch about, regardless of what the outcome of the game is. But it's cool. It's cool. Uh I might shoot. I gotta go back to work this weekend. So I may not be on again until probably Sunday, maybe Sunday night. I don't know. Stay alert, stay tuned. Oh, don't get me started on all the recruits. Let's not start on that, okay? But yeah, thank y'all for stopping by tonight. Thank y'all for spending a little bit of oh shit, I've been running my mouth for about an hour and a half. But thank y'all for spending an hour and a half of your time with me tonight and with everybody else. As always, I do appreciate the fellowship, appreciate the conversation vis-a-vis text and or the chat. But just remember, peace, love, and soul. It's all about the you. Y'all have a good evening and go Canes. Bye.